Alright, so where are we today?
So today we're in Jeju Island. It's one of the 7 wonders of nature listed along with the likes of the Amazon River and Halong Bay. And it is home to the biggest mountain in South Korea called Halansan. And another popular tourist attraction here in Jeju is Seongsan. But this isn't an island without its history. It has a lot of history, and it's where a lot of the anti-Japanese movement happened in the 1930s. For example, the women divers here protested against Japanese merchants because of unfair price advantages. And here it was also home to a lot of violence and a lot of devastation because of the anti-communist movement right before the Korean War.
Alright, sounds good. And where are we going next?
We are going to a Yemeni refugee center here in Korea.
What's it called?
Jeju Naomi Center. It used to house over 550 refugees, but a lot of them went out of the Jeju island to seek work elsewhere. But there are still quite a few left here. It's been almost over a year since Yemeni refugees came in to Jeju-do, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that when we get there.
Alright, sounds good. Let's get going. Alright, so where are we?
So we are at the Naomi Center. This is a Yemeni refugee center. It helps Yemeni refugees here in Jeju. It provides mental, emotional, and physical support, as it is very hard for them to adjust to Korean life and culture. The main reason why a lot of Yemeni refugees came over here to Jeju is because of the lack of Chinese tourists over the recent year, due to escalated tension between South and North Korea. And in order to fill that gap, Asia Airlines created a visa-free travel policy, and that attracted a lot of Yemeni refugees originally stranded in Malaysia. So they came over here and they thought that this would be a good opportunity to start a new life, and we'll see what this place does. So today we had the chance to interview both the director of the Naomi Center and a Yemeni teenager here in Jeju. I'll talk about the center first. It started in 2004, where they first received Filipinos who came in to Jeju and they married Koreans. And they got integrated into the culture through religion. A lot of Koreans here are Christians and Catholics, so they go to church and the Filipino spouses would go with them. And this organization kind of helped integrate them into that culture and life here. And after that, I think they started to have an interest in foreigners in general and immigration. So they started working with Yemeni refugees here as well. And they work to give them shelter, education, and basic needs that they need for daily living. And as I mentioned before, we also got to interview a Yemeni teenager here in Jeju, and we got to know a little bit about his story here. We'll provide the transcript in the description below. But one of the things that I didn't know before meeting him today was the struggle of the fear of being sent away from Korea. He doesn't know when he may be kicked out. He built up a lot of dreams here. He has a lot of dreams to go to college here and to work here and to become an engineer. But he's afraid that he might get kicked out at any moment. So that was the most shocking thing for me. We're at Wardah. It is the first Yemeni restaurant here in Korea. It opened in Jeju a year ago in 2018. In 2018, around 500 Yemeni refugees arrived here in Jeju, and some of them opened up this restaurant here. It serves very much as a safe haven for the Yemeni community here. So we'll see how the food is. So what do we have here? So we have lentil soup here, and here is a chicken kebab. Yeah, as this is the first Yemeni restaurant here in Korea, I've actually never eaten any halal food here, but we'll see how it tastes.
And what is this?
So we have flatbread and hummus and beef. I've never seen hummus in this format, so we'll see how it tastes. I think it should be pretty good. The kebabs we just tried were actually amazing, so yeah.
So how was the hummus?
It was actually a lot better than I expected. I never had beef or any meat with hummus before, but the earthy flavor of the meat definitely went really well with the hummus, and the flatbread as well was really, really good. And I thought it was a really great idea how they put the garlic, crushed garlic, as a condiment with the flatbread and the hummus, and I think all the flavors worked really well. It's really cool that this is the first Yemeni restaurant in Korea and that they're bringing their cultural cuisine and tastes over here. It's a good experience.
Yeah. And?
Okay.